Well, this is week 8 on the backyard garden. Still trying to figure out things. A lot has happened in the last week that we need to talk about. First, we've got on one of our tomato plants, we've got the bottom end rot. I've taken all of these off, but the other tomatoes on there seem to be doing good. Then we've got worms that have started to attacking the tomatoes and even now my strawberries. So I've got them in a mixture of water and Dawn dishwashing detergent. I'm drowning them. We've also put BT, sprayed that on them, and I've also put DE on them. You'll see all the plants look like they got snow on them now. And our cucumbers and zinnias have started having the fungus on them, so I sprayed that on it. Seems to be helping the cucumbers. In the last week, we've had a few inches of rain here outside of Charleston, South Carolina. So, strawberries, like I say, I found some worms on them. Today, I did put some liquid fish fertilizer on them to see if that would help them. So, however, we are getting our first strawberries, and there's another bloom. So, and there was some worms on these. You can see what the worms have done. So, I tell you, after this past week, I have a newfound respect for farmers. How in the world do they keep all the bugs off of their plants? I don't know. This blueberry plant, for some reason, the blueberries just want to stay red, and the occasional one will turn blue. My other two, they're already finished. All of them have already been picked. So now we come over here. Still got the cheesecloth on Sunny. Okay, that head of his is so heavy. It's just so big, and it's hard. And it's my first sunflowers, so I don't know exactly what they're doing. I've only what I have read. So, but there's the cucumbers. They are looking a lot better since I sprayed that copper on them, because they had like a powdery mildew on them. We've already picked the cucumbers for today. I usually do the videos in the morning, but we're doing this one in the evening. We still got a bunch of cucumbers and still getting the bees, which is a good thing. Over there, my bluebird house, I looked in there. I've got 5 eggs in there, so hopefully they will survive and be able to fledge. See, I told you it looks like snow, but I'm trying to do everything that I keep reading on the interweb. So I got 2 small sunflowers. See what they do. The tomato plants are loaded with tomatoes. I mean, loaded. So we'll see. I'm trying to keep them healthy. You know, it's our first real go around of trying to do a garden. I think I've done more research on this than anything ever. See, there's just a bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. I'm trying to keep them healthy. I want some tomatoes. And the bottle brush is still looking good. This sunflower, I decided not to put a cheesecloth on because I want to see what it does. But I want to harvest the sunflower seeds from Sunny. And this one over here, I'm letting do the same. See what he does. Yeah. Anyway, it's kind of dark out here. It's about almost 8:30 at night doing this. Still haven't gotten any bell peppers. I guess I need to try to dig and find out why. I don't know if they're just too far apart, which they're not really. I have no idea. But everything still looks like snow. We did pull up all the radishes because they had worms all over them. And this area had worms on them. So we spent time picking them off as much as we could and spraying the BT on them. And then I went behind and put the DE. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it. So a lot of noise in the evening time compared to this morning time. It's that truck that annoys me. Anyhow, the zinnias, since I sprayed the copper on that, they seem to be trying to look better. I don't know. We're gonna, in the morning, tie them up. See if we can get them to last a little bit longer. And this sunflower, I'm gonna let him kind of go to seed too. So pretty. Bottle brush is still hanging on. You can see, that's the evening time, those little things we bought, the red dots, to try to keep the raccoons out of the yard. And they're starting to turn on now that it's getting a little dark. Calling for rain this evening. I hope not. We've had enough. Got those two sunflowers. We've had to prop this one up. The wind had blown it down, and put another piece of wood to try to hold it up, but it's starting to lean again. But I tell you, that wind has just been having a lot of wind and now a lot of rain this week. So, got these sunflowers here. More snow on the tomatoes. This is the plant that's forming after that little branch I just stuffed in the ground. He's turning into an interesting plant. I'm surprised. So, but still got a lot of tomatoes everywhere. I mean, everywhere. All in there. Tomatoes back in here. I mean, they're just covered in them. We're just trying to keep them diseased free. And let me tell you, it's not easy. Not easy at all. Got them. I've already picked probably 5 of them that are this size. Thinking this is another disease. I don't know. Got more tomatoes in there. So these are the pickling cucumbers. That one and that one will probably be ready tomorrow. Like I say, we've already picked everything for today. This is the tomato plant that had the bottom end rot. And you know, the other tomatoes that are on there, let's see if I can find them. They were underneath, yeah, like that one there. It seems to be okay. That's a determinate plant there. Sunny Jr. is very tall. I mean, tall. We've had to put an extension on him to try to keep him upright. And let's see. Oh, I see yellow. He'll be blooming soon. That'll be good. I still got those going to seed. I'm not going to do anything to them. I just want to see what they look like. And more of the pickling cucumbers. And then more the snow on the tomatoes. I'm glad this is the only snow that I see. I don't like winter at all. I mean, we've got tomatoes for days. If we can just keep them healthy. These over here are kind of breaking my heart. I don't know if it's from all the rain and the soil is still wet. We had leaves around them. And kind of pulled back some of the leaves to try to dry out the soil, but this is what they're looking like. Got that bush, that one, this one's still looking good, but we've got this one that's doing it. But the bottom part is still looking good. And then these, I mean, they're so high. Give you an example. I'm 5'10", and that's as high up as I can reach. And they're still probably another 2 feet above my hand. Yeah, they're tall. And they got a lot of tomatoes on them as well. But hopefully pulling some of the leaves away will have these come back. I don't know what's wrong with them. I've been reading it could be late blight. It could be because we've got too much rain and the soil's too wet. It's put them in shock. I don't know. We're still learning. But this here is coming alive. Put a little bit of fertilizer on it. And I've had the hummingbirds fly over here, looking at them. They're coming along. Hey, Miss Lucky. How you doing, girl? Huh? How you doing? What you doing? Huh? Are you gonna talk to me? No, you're just gonna scratch? You're a pretty girl. Oh well. Get another thing of the lights that we have. Hopefully it works. So, catnip is growing back, which is good. So, well, it's the end of week 8. Fingers crossed, week 9 will be better. We're still trying to get things figured out. So we'll see you next week.